Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shay. Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing amazing. First of all, thank you to all of my day ones. I love y'all dearly. Thank you for your loyalty and sticking with me through thick and thin. We on this journey of becoming better, not bitter, and we doing it. I feel it in my own life, so I hope you feel it in yours. And to all of my new subscribers, hello. Thank you. Thank you for clicking on me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me and you are listening to me. And I am very, very grateful for you. And I hope that you're getting something from my videos. If it's something that you've missed and you're new, please go back and scroll through my list. I've talked about various topics. So maybe some things are on your street as well. Okay, y'all. So let's get started. First of all, I need you to. This is the top of the year. I got a new planner, y'all. I am feeling amazing. Maybe I'll do a video about how I plan out my days and stuff like that with my new planner. But for now, grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, get in your comfy spot, get your notebook and your pen, because we about to go in, okay? And this is what we're going in on today. Bye. See you. All right then. Au revoir. Ciao bella. Whenever, in every language, we're saying goodbye. We're saying goodbye to stuff that we don't need. We're saying goodbye to people we don't need. We're saying goodbye to habits, to things, to mindsets, whatever. That's what we're saying goodbye to. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it. You're going to learn to say goodbye. You're going to learn to say goodbye today. Okay? All right, let's get into it. So, I have some notes here. First things first, nothing or no one lasts forever. Okay? Everything comes to an end. The ending is an indication of a new beginning. Don't think of it as, oh my God, it's ended. Although it is catastrophic and it can be, okay? Depending on what you lost. Y'all know, shout out to my beautiful mother who rests in peace in heaven. I love you, Ma. My mother, Miss Sue. She has been gone for 7 years, y'all. 7 years. And I would have never thought that I would have made it to this point to become the woman that I am today with losing her. But losing her gave me a new perspective on life. And it changed me. Losing my father just 6 months ago. Just 6 months ago. And that changed me. Right? People don't live forever. It's hard to grasp that concept when we love people so much. And my baby dog, he's been 4 years since I had to put him down. He was very ill. I had him when he was 9 weeks, and so he was 12 years old, and he almost made 13, but he didn't make 13, but I gave him good 12 years. All I'm saying to you is that nothing lasts forever, and it's part of reality. It's part of life. And we have to learn how to say goodbye. We have to learn how to go through what we need to go through to get to the other side, to our new beginning. Because when people leave us and when things change in our lives, and say we leave situations or things or habits, it's an ending which hurts. But then there's a time for a new beginning. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. Okay, let's go. How many points do I have? Because I like to give y'all a heads up, because you know I don't be putting all this stuff on the screen. I'm girl be in it to win it and be keeping it moving. I have 8 things, I believe, and I have some things in between that, and I'm going to be giving y'all some scriptures today, just in case you want to reference some scriptures that have helped me get through my grieving process and get me to a place of hope. Okay, so number 1. The first thing I want you to do, we're talking about learning to say goodbye and letting it go. I want you to identify, and this is what I want you to write down in your notebook. Use your notebook, y'all. This is for you. I come on here for you, okay? I want you to use your notebook. Take advantage of, what I have to say, things that I've lived through and been through and all of that. So number 1, identify what you need to accept saying goodbye to. That's number 1. Some people we have kept around for way too long. Some habits we've been doing for way too long. It's a lot of things, okay? It's a lot of things, all right? What do you need to say goodbye to? Toxic relationships. People, places, things. That's what people, places, things. Examples, toxic relationships. Do you have to really formally say goodbye to a loved one because they have passed? a job that's no longer growing and providing for us in the way that we need a job to do, a bad habit. Okay. All right. That's what I need you to think about. And when it comes to these toxic relationships, let me say this: mistreatment is a precursor for trouble ahead. So sometimes you got to think about saying goodbye to stuff before it even start. I'm going to do another video on that. Comment down below if that's on your street. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So a car, it could be time to get rid of that car. You've been riding around that in that buggy for a minute. And, and you can afford to get a new car now. Don't go do something you can't afford now. But, you can afford to go get something new. And step out. Let's go. Show off. It's your season. You worked hard for it and you ain't got to apologize for it either. So we're going to identify the things that we need to accept saying goodbye to. Once we have identified that, then the second thing we're going to do is recognize if that door has already been closed and you haven't let go of it yet. Right? Example, what doors have God already closed? Okay? It's some relationships we're in and they're dead. They're dead. Okay. If you don't, I talked about this in my last video. If you're not initiating, if you're not the one reaching out, if you're not the one making the plans, if you're not the one making the compromise, if you're not the one making the sacrifice, that relationship is dead. That relationship is done. Bye. See you. You've had your time. You've had your run. I gotta go. All right. Because you just don't have time to not be where God is either. And sometimes God is closing that door, and you still keep running back. You keep running back and reopening the door. Let it go. God got a better door for you. I remember used to be an image floating around on the internet of a little girl, crying or because she wanted, it was supposed to be a picture of God's image, crying because she wanted this teddy bear, but God had behind his back a bigger teddy bear, right? But she was crying because she wanted this one that she could see. Sometimes you're crying about the things that you want that your eyes can see. But what you don't know is the miraculous things that can happen when you put your faith in motion. The things that God has for you that you don't even know that God has. The things that you don't even have access to, that your eyes can't even see, that your eyes can't even, your imagination can't even perceive, because you have been stuck in looking at, and like Ayana Van Zant says, believe in your lying eyes. Let me tell you something. It's just like if you're on a diet and you're working on losing weight, and they have a reel going out like this on Instagram. You go to the gym one day for 20 minutes, you see no results. You go the second day, you see no results. You still looking the same. You go a third day, you still looking the same. But if you are consistent and you keep going every day for 20 minutes, that's what's going to get you in shape. That's what's going to make the difference. So all I'm going to say is just hang in there, y'all. I know it's hard, but hang in there. Okay. So recognize if the door has already been closed. Like my father passed, I talked about, my mom passed, my brother has passed, my dog, all those things, those are final things. So now I have to let them go. I have to let them go towards the light. I have to know that God has better things in store. I have to know that God's timing is perfect, right? Okay, so that's it. Once you have recognized that, I want you to make a decision and be sure. So my church is on a 21-day fast, and I was like, what am I going to give up? She said, give up one thing. I'm so glad she said, give up one thing and not like a whole lot. So she said, give up one thing. And I have identified my one thing that I have given up, right? And it is them chips. It's them chips, y'all. It's them chips. I am a chip junkie, okay? And it's not serving me well. It makes me swollen. It's too much sodium. It's too much fat. It's too all of the wrong things, right? So I decided to give that up. And I feel better, right? So it was hard, but at the same time, it makes you feel better. So once you identified it, make a decision and be sure. Third thing, go through the grieving process. No one talks about this. Everybody just be on it. Let that go. Oh, he ain't no good. Oh, he been cheating on you. Oh, he done had a baby on you. Oh, he done did this to you. Yeah, okay, but that person is in love and is in soul tie with that person. It ain't easy to let that go now. And don't act like you ain't never been in nothing and stayed too long. Don't act like you ain't overcooked popcorn in your life. Come on now. Let's talk. I'm on somebody's street right now. Come on. You know what don't act like you ain't never did that before, because you didn't did that a time or two. And if you haven't done it, you may not have had enough experiences to do it. All right, come on, let's go. So with that being said, I need you to go through the grieving process. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to feel good. People act like you're just supposed to let it go and you're supposed to just go on with your life. It does not work like that. Y'all know when my father passed away, if you've been following me for a while, my father passed away at the end of June. Let me tell you something. I took that whole summer. I took the whole summer not to even be on here. Y'all ain't even see me. Right? And the reason why is because I needed a minute. I needed a minute to catch my breath, to get my thoughts, to look at what my life is like now, right? So that's what that's about. Go through the grieving process. I'm going to go through the stages of grief really quick. I think they added some along the way, but these are the five. The first five: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I'll list it down below, an article that you can read about the grieving process, but go through that, okay? Number 4, extract the positive learning lessons from the situation, trauma, loss, or event. What have you learned? Let me tell you something. My parents have taught me so much. I'm a blessed woman, and that's facts. That is facts. I'm a blessed woman. Without any of the fancy things, I'm a blessed woman. And I thank God for that. I thank God that God gave me the parents that he gave me. But let me say this. Everybody has not been blessed in that way, but that don't mean that you can't come out as pure gold. But let me say this. I had to take the pearls that they gave me. All the things that they taught me, all the ways that they did things that were positive. I had to extract those learning lessons from them, right? And say, okay, this is it. When I've ended relationships, I've ended several relationships. And when I've ended the relationship, it hurt because I love the person. But then I would think about, okay, well, I know with this person, I stayed too long. I put up with too much. I let them talk to me crazy one too many times. I let him do this. I let him do that. And then I didn't advocate effectively enough for myself. I didn't put my needs first. I didn't advocate my needs. Whatever that is, those are positive life learning lessons that are going to help you in your next. Okay? Those may be mistakes, but they weren't mistakes because they're life learning lessons. All roads lead to destiny. I said that last week. Okay. Number 5. Reprogram yourself to move forward and to find your value again, one thing at a time. You gotta once you've made that, you just gotta move forward. You just gotta not call. You just gotta not answer. You just gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta move, because you know it's not best for you. Okay? You know it's not best for you. All right, moving on, number 5. Get busy. Get busy. Pray and have faith, because some days are going to be rough, but it won't always be that way. Get busy in doing something. Y'all know I've been, I had a video at the end of the year with my 8 organizational tips. I got busy with decluttering. Once my father passed, I got busy with doing all kinds. I got into makeup once I had one of the worst breakups I've ever had in my life. To date, I got into makeup after that breakup. New things can be born when other things end, but you got to get busy. You got to listen to yourself. You got to get moving. You can't, because if all you doing is going to work, going to the store, going home, and not doing nothing, how are you supposed to get past this? How are you supposed to get past this? Because they took so much of your energy. So if you think about it like this, let that energy that you were giving that person, then put it on you, and then you make something beautiful out of it. That's what it's about. Okay, number 6, don't look back. Don't turn around. You can honor your loved one by creating something new, like I talked about, but let them go toward the light. Let these other people just leave. Let them fall off. Sometimes it's a matter of you just not reaching out, and then they gonna fall off because you've been the one holding this whole thing together in the first place. Y'all know. Come on. Y'all know. Okay? Move forward. I don't care if you hurt, disappointed, disgusted. I have moved on hurt, disappointed, disgusted, but I have moved forward and I have I made sure I did not re-injure myself. Once you decide to move on, part of the reason why y'all ain't getting nowhere is because you're re-injuring yourself. I have done it. I have done it with those off and on relationships, that toxic back and forth, cat game with this person. Let it go. Once you've decided that's it, get busy, pray, and move on. Okay. Number 7, start visualizing what your new life that you are creating for yourself will look like. Use your time. Use your time to imagine it. Oh, I'm going to be driving this. Oh, yeah, I ain't got to be worrying about him and his debt and his this. Oh, I'm about to go get me a new car. Oh, I'm about to go do me a little shopping, a little retail therapy. Oh, I'm about to go take me a little quick vacation. I'm going to be that vacay girl. Like, I have a vision of me on a yacht with my cover up on, and it's just like flowing, right? And my hair like flowing in the wind. Y'all, when that happens, y'all will be the first to know. Y'all will be the first to know because that is my vision for myself very soon. So start visualizing yourself doing different things and creating a life that you like. You're sitting there, you could be envying someone else. You could be envious of someone else or jealous of somebody else's situation. Once you let that dead weight go, you will have energy to start pursuing the things that you see other people pursuing that you like. Create that life for yourself. Okay? That's number 7. Number 8, block, delete, and cut off any unhealthy reminders of your hurtful goodbye. That means you got to stop following some folk. You got to stop talking to some people. Some people love to bring them bones, y'all. Can we talk about the bone collectors and the bone carriers? They love to bring them. They collect the bones and then they love to bring them to you and drop them at your feet and think they serving you a meal. No, we better than that. We're above that. We're dolphins. We swim at the top of the ocean. We're not down with the catfish. You can keep that. You can keep them catfish down there at the bottom of the barrel, down there with the crabs pulling each other down. No, we're not doing that. We're saying goodbye. Okay, see you. And then we're coming up and we're swimming with the dolphins where the water is clean. Okay, that's what we're doing. I want to leave y'all with some scriptures. I'm going to list the scriptures, names and stuff below. They just dropped in my spirit, on my heart. And I want to make sure I share them with you. Is that God makes all things new. God makes all things new. Forgetting what is behind and going towards the mark. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And God sticks close to the brokenhearted. I will list all of those down below. Y'all, it was a pleasure being on here with y'all today. I hope this has helped you. Some of these things have helped me. I have moved forward in grief. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't implement these things. And don't forget, give yourself grace. You're going to have to really, you may be sad, okay? And depending on what you lost or what you're giving up, it may make you real sad and uncomfortable. But just keep going because joy is on the other side. That's it, y'all. Follow me on the gram at TheShayL. I'll be talking about letting go and saying goodbye. Who don't need us? All week. And remember, ain't nobody better than you, and you deserve the best out of life. Brings me to my spiel. I hope this message has inspired you. I hope this message finds you blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video.